Let me tell you why I love Deep Rock Galactic. If the words I'm about to say don't elicit an immediate need for you to enjoy this good thing, then there may just be no reasonable means of communication with you. Space, Dwarf, Simulator. Just let it sink in. Also, your power-ups in this game are legitimately beer. You hear that? Dwarves power up the same way I do. That said, let's talk about what the team at Ghost Ship Games gets right. Deep Rock Galactic is a PvE first-person shooter. As a dwarf employed with the eponymously named Deep Rock Galactic Corporation, you're dropped onto a space rig high above the planet Hoxes, a truly horrible place that would be better targeted by an apocalypse were it not for the copious resources buried deep under the planet's surface. This is one of those games where there's no main menu, a la Perfect Dark 64 for my retro gamers who grew up in a simpler time. When you spawn in, you're in your very own room with your name above the door, a nice touch, on your space rig. The station includes all of your menu needs: shops, assignment board, crafting station, areas for customization of your kit, dwarf, and even your drone if you're going alone. You also have the Memorial Hall, where your progress can be tracked by way of decor and statues, as well as prestige by way of promotion. The Abyss Bar, where you can drink for fun or for one-time upgrades, depending on what's on tap, as well as dance the night away. The station is absolutely littered with Easter eggs and tongue-in-cheek humor. Ghost Ship creates a wonderful area that you want to explore and then immerses you in the ridiculous world of the game. What becomes abundantly clear to you before even setting off on a single assignment: my god, these guys love what they do. It's almost like the crew at Ghost Ship Games got together over a case of beer and said, yo, you know it would be awesome? Then, after realizing that they make video games, made a video game. I've logged hundreds of hours on Deep Rock, and I gotta tell you, I was never left wanting something different. Then, when the devs started adding more free content to the game, it was wonderful stuff that I didn't even realize I was missing. That's what Deep Rock Galactic gets right. When I ripped Blizzard for their efforts on Overwatch, the love was still there, but the difference was that Blizzard wanted so badly to be the chef that delivers us the perfect gourmet burger.
My East Meets West patented Traeger turkey burger, an Asian fusion burger made with Willow Farms organic turkey, a toasted Taleggio cheese crisp, papaya chutney, black truffle aioli, and microgreens on a gluten-free brioche bun. Enjoy.
And when the meal isn't just right, they kept taking it back to the kitchen to fix it. Didn't really matter so much that we, the patrons, were happy with it or were still feeling it out. Blizzard, oftentimes to their credit due to feedback, was insistent on trying to make it just right. Conversely, Ghost Ship says,
here's mine. It's a hamburger made out of meat on a bun with nothing. Add ketchup if you want, I couldn't care less.
Ron, I'm so disappointed. I thought that you and I were going to have a real challenge.
Never mind, this is better. Way better.
Yep.
and they make a burger. It's not over-engineered. There's no aioli. I mean, what even is an aioli? I've had it. I know aioli's good, but sometimes you don't need it. You just need a basic thing done right. Now, let me clarify. I'm not referring to modding. Though, on a separate note, Ghost Ship is looking into modding for their game right now. No, the proverbial putting ketchup on it means you can run the game solo, or with a friend, or with 3 people, or with 4 people. If you don't want to do egg collection missions, then you pretty much never have to do an egg collection mission. If you don't want to go to the dense biozone, little pro tip for you, you don't want to go to the dense biozone, then you don't have to go. Now, certain assignments may reward you for going there or taking a mission you don't want to, but ultimately, you'll make the choice of whether or not the rewards are worth it. Let me say this another way. Deep Rock Galactic provides you a universe and framework for a game to play. They make it interesting enough that you'll probably want to explore and do things that you don't always love doing, but the game isn't going to make you do them. The fact that the choice is always yours gives this game so much life. You're not dropped into a random map with random people and random classes. You can play the game that way if you want to, but only if you want to. It's so empowering as a player to be able to craft your experience in this way. I've had tons of fun playing this game on stream with friends and viewers. It's a blast. I've had tons of fun playing this game solo with only my trusty drone Bosco at my side. The game gives you enough borders to know what you need to do, but enough flexibility to choose what and how you do it, brings so much respect to the developer in my eyes. Now we're going to focus on gameplay for a hot minute here, so buckle up. There's nothing too terribly revolutionary going on here, though what does happen, happens really well. You're going to play as one of 4 classes, each with 2 unique kit items and 2 unique weapons, of which said weapons can be swapped out for alternatives as you level up. The weapons are pretty numerous across classes, so I'll just focus on the unique kit for now, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Keep in mind that all the maps are procedurally generated, so you're not going to go to the same map twice. The Scout's first up. He gets a grappling hook that allows him to go zip zip zooming around the map quickly, as well as more powerful flares to light up the caverns. The trade-off is that in most fights, he's got to keep on the move since his kit does quick burst damage but nothing sustained. This guy is the one whose job it is to get items off the ceiling and keep the lights on. He is great friends with your engineer. The Gunner is your standard fare soldier. Armed with a zipline to help traverse steep grades and a temporary shield, I find he actually works better as a defender than an attacker. He doesn't quite pack the punch despite his mouth-wateringly chunky weapons that the driller or engineer can, but he'll rarely be caught on his back foot, and his shield is invaluable in saving your friends in a pinch. The engineer comes equipped with 1 or 2 gun turrets and a platform gun. Said platform gun shoots a large ball of plascrete that expands on impact into a traversable platform. It's very useful, but tough to use practically in a fast-paced combat scenario. His guns, however, especially his secondary, can be forces of nature. Therefore, your engineer's job is to make a base and defend it. Lastly, my boy, the driller. This deranged dwarf is all about the thrill of the drill and is the single most destructive entity on all of Hoxie's, and I'll fight anybody who says otherwise. His kit includes 2 giant diamond-tipped drill bits he wears on his arms to rip up any dirt, rock, or unfortunate enemy in his way. This dude is a mole on steroids. He also comes equipped with C4, an exceptionally powerful weapon more likely to kill your friends and yourself than the intended enemies. His weapons are all close range, erratic, and sweeping, meaning that as an ally, you'll want to keep your distance from him. The driller is your vanguard. He's the first in, and so long as he has a path to walk, the last one out, since his weapons give him the greatest ability to keep fighting. Now, each of these dwarves has a unique primary and secondary weapon. Each primary can be swapped for 2 alternates, and each secondary can be swapped for 1. Listen, I know you've played video games, but these weapons are innovative, enjoyable, feel good, and reward you for speccing them out to your preferences. And that's not even the best part. Though I would be remiss if I didn't mention 2 weapons in particular that I absolutely adore. The driller's cryo cannon, which basically freezes enemies until they shatter, and the engineer's breach cutter, which is basically a giant plasma cannon. Just keep those 2 in mind when you play. No, the reason I focus on kit is because there are no role limits in this game, and therefore, the roles you pick are going to craft your behavior. Put a pin in that, we're going to get back to that. If you want to go in with 4 drillers, go in with 4 drillers. What makes this game great is that you can do that. What makes this game better is that you won't want to. I love the driller. I'm fond of engineer. I tolerate gunner and scout. But I routinely play them because I have a teammate who wants to level up his class and I want to fill our blind spots. Running 4 drillers is great. You will blow up everything. There will be nothing left. However, good luck if your secondary objective is to collect fossils, things that hide out in the cavern ceilings. Do you know how long it takes to drill up to a cavern ceiling? Can it be done? Yeah. Is it fun? No. It's not fun. It's annoying, time-consuming. It makes you wish that just for the love of God, someone had just run a scout or a gunner. The unique kits mean that even though each dwarf has the same relative run speed, same relative health, same relative shield, same relative jump height, they all traverse obstacles differently. Imagine a giant hole. The scout simply grapples down. Done. The gunner sets a series of zip lines that he and his team can use to get down and back up. Done. The engineer creates a platform stairwell, again, that the entire team can use. Done. The driller simply looks diagonally down and creates a tunnel that the entire team can walk down and back up. Done. So, all 4 classes can traverse the obstacle. Scout can't help his team do so, but the team may not need to go down there. Maybe you just need 1 person to go. The gunner can get everybody up and down, but it's slow. Slow is fine when it's calm, but slow can be catastrophic during a swarm. Imagine getting knocked off a zipline for some tasty, buttery fall damage. The engineer's platforms get the job done, sure, but if he places one wrong, then the entire stairwell may have to be broken down and rebuilt. Plus, you still have to climb, and that can be challenging in combat or in the dark. And the driller? Dude is blind. Like, you're digging through the dirt. What do you think you're going to see? You're going to see dirt. You have your terrain scanner to help, but frankly, you're still blind and kind of baby stepping your way through this. The ideal solution is for the scout to go down and indicate to the team whether or not they should be going that way. If they do need to go down, then the engineer can just drop some plasticrete at the bottom for the team to quickly jump onto for reduced damage. The driller can create a tunnel along the perimeter, corkscrewing down so that everybody can run right back up if and when they need to. The gunner stands guard and makes sure that everybody gets the job done without getting nom-nom by this handsome devil. And if you don't need to go down there, the engineer simply builds a bridge across, or the gunner uses a zip line. The point is that the game actively rewards you for teamwork and for filling in blind spots. It doesn't make you do it, but in subtly reminding you that in doing so is going to come with rewards, you'll want to do it. Whew. Okay, that was a lot of talk on movement and teammate mechanics, but there's a good reason for it. Remember that pin? Gameplay conditions behavior. I grew up playing team-based games. Team Fortress, Battlefield, Ghost Recon, Counter-Strike, Borderlands, Left 4 Dead, Perfect Dark. These games conditioned me to love team-based games and to, more specifically, learn the art of not being a cowboy. But Smash, what's a cowboy? A cowboy is anybody who tries to play a team-based game like it's Call of Duty. No sense of awareness of the team, trying to make the play of the game, yada yada. These guys always overextend and don't have the chops to back up their play. They believe that the game's success rests on their shoulders, not the team's. Newsflash, it doesn't. Let me clarify something. To avoid being a cowboy is not to be just good at the game. You have to not play selfish. There's no I in team unless you're a real crappy speller, and Deep Rock does a wonderful job of teaching you how to spell by not penalizing you for being a cowboy, but for rewarding behavior that lends itself to collaboration. You should be a different class than your teammates so that you can more easily cover each other's shortcomings. What may take one player 5 minutes in game to accomplish could easily take 2 players of the same class 3 minutes, or 2 players of different classes 1 minute. You're rewarded for reviving your teammates and, more importantly, making sure everybody makes it out alive. There are other team-based games that I adore, and I hope to cover some of them soon, but let me just elucidate how wonderfully Deep Rock Galactic finds the balance. Going back to our food analogy, Deep Rock doesn't try to create the ultimate experience optimized by a AAA budget and team. Ghost Ship goes back to basics. It's a hamburger, made out of meat, on a bun, and they couldn't care less if you put ketchup on it. I love Deep Rock Galactic. It's a wonderful game made exceptionally well and, most importantly, by people who are clearly passionate about their creation and with the humility to understand that the players need enough room to foster their own experience within the game's universe in order to enjoy the greatest impact. A bangin' fun time. Play the game. Maybe I'm wrong. But if I am, I'd rather be wrong on this one. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I've been playing this one a lot on stream recently, so if you want more gameplay demos, come by the stream and request it. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you later.